We're going to do a brief video on Tellurian. That's T-E-L-L stock news. And we'll take a look at this daily chart that's in front of us. We have a 5-day moving average in green. It's a little bit hard to see. A 20-day moving average in red and a 200-day moving average in blue. You can see this stock is clearly I would call it a penny stock. It's down here at the moment below $7. It's trading currently around $4 to $5. Today it's about $4.19 as I read it off the boards. But it's trading 12 million shares today, and its average daily volume is about 17 million shares. So it's a well-followed stock, and it's got a lot of volume. So when you have these low-price stocks that have good stock volume, they're usually pretty interesting to keep an eye on. And we'll do that real quick with this stock. We can take a look. It's ridiculous how high it is up here, but it's really not that high as far as the actual dollar amounts. $21 was the high made back in here in February of 17. Let's cut this way back down real quick, and we can see it oscillated around the 200-day moving average. That's really not telling us anything, but here's where you can see where we went firmly into a bear market in this stock. I can't really get to the bottom of what's going on underneath of all this. It looks like it didn't gap. It looks like it did for the most part just straight down in what I would call a reverse parabolic fashion, but you're not getting a tremendous amount. It did respect the 20-day, but it doesn't make a whole lot of difference here when you're looking at a stock like this. You can see it bounced off a declining 200-day moving average and then essentially went straight down into the spring of 2020, at which time we had we're talking about a penny stock. We went down to in the 68-cent range, something like that, rallied back up to the $1.88 range roughly, and we've been going back and forth in that range all the way up until recently here, not recently, but January 21, in which case we got above the 200-day moving average. Now, interestingly enough, it didn't really respect the moving averages before, but once it put in this move above the 200-day, it started to respect it, and it's probably because of the volumes. But you can see this stock is characterized by parabolic moves up and then a correction, and then almost always followed by a sell-off down to the 200-day moving average, and that's what's been going on. It does respect the 20-day, but this parabolic move is going to correct, and it's almost always going to correct back down to where it started. It took a long time for it to do it here. This was April 21st. This was January, so whatever that is, 3 months. Usually it'll correct very quickly within a month, but it is doing that over and over again. You can see parabolic move, all the way down correction. Not really a parabolic move, but almost a parabolic move here, down correction. I wouldn't call this a bear market. I would just say that it got below the 200-day here. Formally it is a bear market, but I wouldn't call it that. And then you get this parabolic correction to the 200-day, parabolic correction to the 200-day. So this is a very volatile stock in terms of looking at it. It's not really that big of a deal from price. From here to here is $4. It's not that big of a deal. The great thing about this stock is it's got a tremendous amount of volume, and so it's in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only, it's a fun stock. But you obviously have to be able to handle the volatility regardless of the actual dollar amount not being that great. I like penny stocks, low price stocks that have extreme volume. I think they're a lot of fun to keep an eye on, but they are much more difficult to use moving averages on. You can see this stock respected the 200-day and the 20-day right here. Went up as soon as it broke down through, it respected the 20-day all the way down to the 200-day moving average. You can't argue with that. That's what it's doing, and it looks good doing it. So unusual to see a stock in this price range respect the moving averages that well, but the volume here is really good. And again, today in this stock we're at 12 million shares, which is really impressive for a low price stock. We're essentially, as you can see, bouncing around the 200-day moving average, very similar to the way we bounced around it back here. They're clearly using the 200-day moving average as some kind of guideline to trade against, although I wouldn't say they're respecting it, but they're using it. And so it's very difficult to say what's going to happen with this stock other than probably more of the same. So if we go back and we see the stock will make a good high, it'll bounce off the 200, make an intermediate high, bounce below the 200. This stock has gone up, made a new high, come down, did not respect the 200. It's come back up. My best guess is this stock's going to sell back down around here, this $3 level, but I'm just a total guess. I'm just throwing it out there for entertainment purposes only. It's not really my opinion, it's just a guess. I think it's a reasonable guess this stock will trade down to $3. Again, today we're at $4.20, but it could easily go up a little higher here to $5.35, $5.40, something like that, without any issues on my side in terms of technical analysis. These stocks are very difficult to look at in the short term and tell you what they're going to do, because they can move quick. It just doesn't take a lot for 50 cents to move on this stock. And keep in mind, this whole move between here and here, you know, that looks like a huge move. What is this? Not even $3. So again, for entertainment purposes only, I think this stock will come down to the $3 range, but it could go up to the $5.50. It's not something that I would put a huge amount of weight on either side. But again, entertainment purposes only, and it's definitely my opinion. We do not cover this stock in our algorithmic projections. There's a lot of reasons why we wouldn't cover it, but we do cover about 190 plus stocks that come out every morning before 7 a.m. And these are the ones that are out today. 9/12 is Monday, the 12th of September, and so these are current. You'll see when we have zeros, that means there's no buy recommended price on here. And when we do put a price on here, it's obviously for entertainment purposes only. You have to do your own analysis. You can never rely on our prices for anything other than entertainment. But we have them here for General Motors and Ford and so forth today. And the way it works, there's 1, 5, and 20-day holds. If you buy in this column today, assuming your own analysis is a good idea, buy today, close out, worst case, end of trading tomorrow, and take your profits as soon as you get them. So if you get a profit today, take it. Worst case, close it out at a loss tomorrow just before the market closes. These are trading days, 1, 5, and 20 trading days. Same thing for the 20-day column. Buyer price, if you come up with a good one close to ours, reasonable assumption on your part, then, and you decide it's a good idea to do it, then you can buy and close out at the end of 20 days, but take your profits as soon as you get them. Again, our prices are for entertainment purposes only. You can get all 190 plus stocks that we cover every morning before 7 a.m. Monday through Friday for free at rbamresearch.com. No credit card required, absolutely free. There's a link in the description below. In addition to the stocks, we cover the major forex pairs, BTC crypto, and the most liquid futures contracts. rbamresearch.com, and again, link in the description below, absolutely free, no credit card required. If you don't like technical analysis, please tell us that in the comments below. If you do like it, please let us know what you think. Some people hate it, some people love it, but we'd like to hear from you one way or the other so we can make our videos better. In addition, everything you've seen or heard on here, including the entry prices and all of the commentary, is for entertainment purposes only. It's all our opinion, and you need to obviously do your own analysis. You can't use our information for anything other than entertainment, and you definitely trade at your own risk.